Hi everybody, this is Valerie Cox and I'm going to be your instructor this semester for Math 098, and I want to just give you some tips for the course, give you a little bit of information in this orientation class, but always know that you're going to have multiple ways to get in touch with me if you have questions. I'm not doing this in slideshow form because my pen is giving me fits, so I'm going to do the best I can. Let's see if we can get this to work this way. As you can see, we're Math 98. All right, here's some contact information. My office, I have two offices. I have one in Decatur in Chastain 233 and one in Huntsville, Sparkman 305. You can see my phone number. These are both located in the Star Institute. So if you come to Star, you'll be able to find me in either one of those locations. My email address is valerie.cox@calhoun.edu. And then I've got office hours, and those office hours are random. I am a full-time employee, so I am here every day, pretty much 8 o'clock until 4:30, 5 o'clock. On Fridays, we're here a half a day because Calhoun closes early on Fridays. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I try to be in Decatur. And so if you try to find me in person, a lot of times on Mondays and Wednesdays, I'll be in Decatur. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I try to be in Huntsville. On Fridays, it's a toss-up, usually Decatur, but it could be, one or the other. It just depends. You're going to have a way to text me. You can find out where I'm that way. Email me. I've got my phone with me most of the time, so I can pick up emails. All right, so let's talk a little bit about our course. In Blackboard, that's how you're going to access everything for this course. You're going to explore the course information tab. You're going to see an announcement that's going to give you your whole first week activities. I always post a weekly announcement, but course information is going to give you where your syllabus is. So the syllabus, the calendar, all those types of things are in course information. So I want you to click on that tab. I want you to read through the syllabus. I want you to, probably you should print off the calendar. You don't have to necessarily print the syllabus, but I would print the calendar just so you have it with you. Then in announcements, I'm going to, at least once a week, you're going to get an announcement of what you need to be working on that week. Then in the content, this is how you're going to get your homework topics, your videos, when we do a review. Those are going to be in your content tab for the actual course. And it's going to say course content. All right. Textbook. Over in the bookstore, you're going to find the Math 98-100, the custom workbook. Okay. It's the workbook that goes with our textbook. The textbook you can access online. I don't have you buy a textbook. I have you buy a workbook, and then you're going to get an ALEX code bundled with it. So you're going to get a 52-week workbook and ALEX code. That 52 weeks, the reason you get 52 weeks is because most of you are going to have to take 100, and so that code will last you all the way through your 100 class, and you won't have to purchase any other materials for 100. ALEX is the software that's required. You're going to complete your homework and your chapter quizzes in ALEX. The website is alex.com, but you're going to only go to that alex.com website if Blackboard is down. You're going to access your course through Blackboard. So that being said, you will not need a course code if you log in through Blackboard, and that's how I'm going to give you directions on logging in through Blackboard in your first week activities. There'll be a link. I want you to log in through Blackboard just because that saves us having to do a course code. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about ALEX later. All right, there's our grading scale. You're going to have homework assignments that are going to count 20%. Those are in ALEX. You're going to have 4 exams. They're really chapter quizzes. They're by chapter. Those are also in ALEX. You're going to have a midterm exam and a final exam. Those are on campus at the testing center. Now, if you are not local to Calhoun and you can't make it to either the Huntsville or the Decatur location, then you're going to need to contact me, and we're going to have to find an approved testing. If you're anywhere near a community college, a lot of them always work with me to do testing in there. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll hit a midterm exam in October, but be thinking about that if you're not local. The grading scale is the same grading scale across campus. 90 to 100 is an A B is 80 to 89, C, D. In Math 98, you need above a 70 to go to 100. Or if you need Math 103, you need to have above a 70. So a D is not going to get you where you need to go. So we're shooting for those. We've got to get those grades up so we can make sure and get a grade that's going to take us to the next class. All right, attendance policy. How to log into the first week for the semester. I take attendance that first week, and I do it based on some tasks that you're going to have to do in your first week activities. So in the announcement, I'm giving you your list of first week activities. Some of them will say required for attendance in bold. Those are required for attendance, such as logging into Alex and completing the initial knowledge check. That is the biggie. Okay, you need to do that the first week. The second one is joining Remind. That is part of your first week activities that I count for attendance. And then I also have a discussion post that I want you to post in. That will count for your first week attendance. So I've got some tasks that you need to do for the first week. If you don't do those first week activities and I'll mark you absent, if you're on financial aid, that could adversely affect your financial aid. After that, I look at how many hours you're spending in Alex. So after the first week, for your attendance, generally you need to be spending about 5 hours a week at least working on your math homework. And usually it's going to take at least that much time. Alex is intensive. You can't procrastinate. So I suggest at least 5 hours a week. Now, I am not going to specifically, if you spend 4 hours and a half one week, but if you're making your due dates and you are tracking with the progress that you need to be tracking, I'm not going to hold you to that 5 hours. Just know that if you start slacking off and you're not making due dates, then I'm going to start looking at those hours. Makeup policy. It's important for you to contact me immediately if you miss any due dates. That's homework due dates, and that's also test due dates or quizzes. So this is for homework and quizzes. If something happens and you get sick and you can't get one done, you have got to be in touch with me. Again, communication is the key. You got to be able to get in touch with me. All right, where can you get help? Lots of places. We have lots of options. If you are on the Decatur campus, we have a math lab in the Decatur campus that has been kind of decreased if you're familiar with Decatur at all. It's still in the same vicinity in Math Science building, but they have taken the large part of the room and turned it into the Hawk's Nest, and so it's back in the back. It's not, I don't know where 110 is coming from. It's really 118, that should be. So I plan to have that's also, I'm the supervisor for that area. I plan to have a math person there throughout the day if you need help over there. There's a math lab on the Huntsville campus as well. It is in the newer building, building 2 they call it, the math, CIS, and science building. It's in the very middle of the building as well, and you can see the hours, and I've got at least one person over there generally during those hours. If you need more intensive help, then you are going to come to the Star Institute. I'm the director of the Star Institute, so I hired all these tutors. I am very familiar with all of them. We have 2 Star Institute locations, a Decatur campus one and a Huntsville campus one. The one in Decatur is in the Chastain Student Center on the 2nd floor, so that's also where my office is up there. I'm inside Star. So we have a lot of other resources, not just math. If you need to print something, you can come up there. If you are wanting to get help in your other subjects, Star Institute covers all subjects, and you can request, you can schedule a one-on-one appointment. You can see our hours are 8 to 8, 8 to 11:45 on Fridays. You can go to the website and click on calhoun.edu/star to get some more information. Again, I'm the director. So there's the Decatur information. Huntsville information, you can see we're in the Sparkman building, which is the old building, right off the Student Center, room 206. Again, you can get print, do lots of resources. Same hours in Huntsville as we have in Decatur. And then at the bottom here, I've told you to make an appointment at either STAR location. You can log into your My Calhoun, and you can log into My Calhoun and click on the tutor track. He looks kind of like a little dude that's like doing a jumping jack sort of. Click on him, and you can, isn't that a lovely drawing? You can click on him and follow the directions to make an appointment. You check, you choose the class, which again, it can be classes other than math. And then you check the location, whether you want Huntsville or Decatur, and just keep going from there. If you need it, there's a video on calhoun.edu/star that walks you through that process. All right, here's the academic integrity policy. I'm not going to read this to you because you can come back and read it. It's also in the syllabus. Just know that you need to have some honesty. This is an online class. There is a lot of room for cheating in an online class. I don't proctor you when you are taking your online quizzes, but in this course, Math 98, you will be coming in for a midterm and you will be coming in for a final, and those will be proctored and you will have to show an ID. So just keep that in mind. You need to be doing your own work so that you can be successful on those two tests that are coming in and proctored. It'll catch up with you, so you need to remember that. Withdrawal policy, we don't get WPs and WFs anymore. You just get an F. Unless you withdraw, you would get a W. So the last day to withdraw is going to be November 13th. All right, let's talk about ALEX a little bit. ALEX is probably new to you. It is our software tool that we use to complete all your assignments. I've got a link in Blackboard. That's how you'll access it. It says ALEX homework on there. And if Blackboard is down for any reason, you can access through alex.com, but that's very rare. If you've used ALEX before, so if you're repeating 098, you still have a code. It still should be good. Get with me so I can double check it and in the system and make sure that you can get in. For new users, you can complete a registration process. I put the instructions in your first announcement. There's a link there. And also you get, for new users, you have 14 free days of access. And I've put that code in the Blackboard announcement. And that's good until you buy your code from the bookstore. All right, so ALEX is adaptive. So when you go into ALEX, you're going to complete an initial knowledge check, which is going to kind of set your homework for the semester. It's going to give you credit for anything that you might already know coming in for math, and it's going to then set your homework based on what you already know. Now, some of you may come in and you may not know anything about math. It's been a while since you've had math, and you know what? That's okay. No harm, no foul. It is what it is. We are past the bad teachers that you've had in the past. We are past being upset about math and being told that you can't do it. We are past that. You have Miss Cox this semester, and I'm one of the best teachers that you're going to have at Calhoun. So we're going to get over that, and we're going to be successful. So the key, though, with ALEX is don't procrastinate. Keep up with your work. You need to allot time each week to do your math so that you don't get behind. So you need to look at your schedule, and you need to set aside some time to work on math each week. So logging into ALEX, oops, I left this on here. Do not pay attention to that. I should have deleted that. You're going to log in through Blackboard. You do not need a course code. I should have deleted that off of this slide, and I forgot to do so. So you're going to log in through Blackboard. You don't need a course code. You will need an access code, and that's what you purchase. All right, so once you get into ALEX, this is what's going to happen. You're going to take that initial knowledge check, and after you take the initial knowledge check, you're going to get something that looks like this. Now, your pie may have 2 in there. Your pie may have 20 in there. Everybody's pie is different. So when you go in to take the initial knowledge check, have you some scratch paper, give yourself some time, and work the problems. If you don't know how to do them, then you click on I don't know and move on to the next one. There's going to be about 30 questions in that initial knowledge check, and you are going to do what you do. I mean, you need to be honest. You need to take it yourself and take your time. Once you have gone through the initial knowledge check, it's going to take you through a little tutorial, these little blocks that you've got to click on. It'll show you what the different slices of the pie mean, things like that. You're going to eventually land on a page that says Start My Path. This is your homework. That Start Your Path. When you click on Start Your Path, it's going to take you to the problems you need to be working on for homework. And this Start Your Path page tells you how many topics you have left to get done for that particular chapter. It tells you when that's going to be due so that you can keep track that way. So that gives you a lot of information on your Start Your Path. After you start your path, it's going to say Continue My Path the next time you log in. All right, each topic has an explain page, so kind of like a page in a textbook where you can look at it, you can see an example, you can see how it's worked, and that's gonna help you get through there. Now, once you hit the explain page and you click on Start down here, that's going to give you a problem that you're going to be able to work. So that's one of your homework problems. Now, on the side over here, there are lots of buttons where you can get some help. You can watch a video. You can look at the book page. That's the actual textbook. That's this one. I think that one is a glossary. There's a little envelope that sends me an email. And when you click on that emails me the exact problem that you're working. So I can see that. If you wanted to print the problem, you could do that as well. Other ways that you're going to be able to get help would be to, remember I told you, I've been talking about Remind. When you join Remind, that is a texting option. That's a texting option to get in touch with me. When you join Remind, what a lot of people do is they will take a picture. They'll just snap a picture of the page that they're working on, the problem that you're having trouble with, and then you'll just send me that picture. A lot of times I'm sitting in, if it's in the evenings, I'm sitting at home watching TV. You just send me, the problem. I've got a notebook and some paper, a pen sitting there on my coffee table. I'll just, write out what I think you need to do, take a picture and send it right back. So that's sometimes quicker than sending me an email. If I'm in a meeting during the day, I'll just let you know, hey, I'm going to get to this in a minute. So I'll let you know if I'm busy, but you can try it. Now, if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, probably not going to get in touch with you back right away. So just kind of keep that in mind. So again, if you have any questions, you have some options. You're going to email me, or you're going to call me, or you're going to send me a text in Remind. Remember my email address, valerie.cox@calhoun.edu. Before each chapter quiz, we'll have a review session, and I'll let you know when those are. Those are going to be online, Blackboard Collaborate. I'll send you a link, and you'll join the room, and then you can ask questions. It'll be a live session. Use Remind to text me. Students have used this in the past to send me pictures. Like I said, it is a great way to get in touch with me, and it's part of your first week activities. So pretty much that's your orientation. That's the basics. You still need to go in and read your syllabus. You need to print off that calendar and then go into your announcements and follow those first week activities. I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and please be sure and let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. Have a great day.